Yes, give personal space. I believe that that's very important, especially the busier you are, the more personal time you do have and need for yourself. Sometimes because, especially for women, we love to serve and we just, keep giving and giving and giving. And at the end, we just forget to receive.
Business partner, my queen, Phyllis Savanh.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for the introduction.
Yes. Hey, we just wanted to stop by today and kind of share with you. Marriage and happiness is definitely something that we all strive for as a couple and really as individuals. And today we're going to be sharing with you the 10 secrets on how to have a happy marriage. So listen up, very carefully. Get all your pen and paper or your phones and type this message in and these notes in because some really juicy stuff that we're going to be sharing with you. So this is secret number one. So today's secret, we're going to share one secret every single day, and there's 10 secrets. So we'll be doing a series of 10 days of this. And today's secret is, if you want to have a happy marriage, is to, basically acts of love, right? Acts of love is very, very crucial, vital to a happy marriage, that you shower the marriage, your partner, the relationship, your intimate relationship with love. And we're going to be sharing with you 2 tips on how to do that, and in our life and how we do that with each other. So, Phyllis, do you want to add anything before I get started here?
Yes. So, act of love, just like what you say is just, doing anything that you can do out of love. There's no expectation. You're just doing it out from your heart to show the other person, the love that you have for that person.
Most definitely. Yeah. And really, a relationship really is a place to give, right? Not take or trade. And, when you're in a giving from your heart, where you lead the relationship from your heart, and you're showering and you're giving love and doing acts like that of love, it just elevates the relationship. It just really broadens and deepens the connection, where you essentially make the love, this love affair that you have last. So here's what we're going to be sharing with you. So secret number one is obviously acts of love. And what I do to show and shower my beautiful wife here, my business partner, with love in both our personal life and our business is service. It's called acts of service. And that's really doing more and getting involved. And, most of our married life, for about 14 of our 16 years together, I really, in terms of service, I had kind of a line, right? I felt that there's certain things like changing the baby's diaper or showering them was really not my duty, right? As a husband, as a father, for some reason, that's what I told myself. That was
How many men out there is thinking like that too?
Yeah, and quite honestly, I believe so. I believe so, Phil. I think that most men out there are like that, and when you do acts of service like that, where you get involved and you do more, like giving the kids a shower, a bath, cooking is another good thing, right? I love to cook. Actually, I love to cook, and for some reason, I just had this thing in my mind that it's a wife's duty or role, and so Phyllis tried to cook and almost burned down the house a couple times and things like that. But I'm just kidding. But I just got involved. I just started doing more things at home, in our business as well. That really, when I did that, it really showed her that I love her quite a bit in both our personal and our business life. So I just get, I just get more involved in our personal life, our business. I do things like showering. I do things like cooking. I do things like, pick up the phone call at work, things like that, or return an email, or look at, a document that I never would have looked at before. And what those, when you do those type of things, when you get more involved, your wife and your business partner definitely will really feel loved by you, right? So, Phyllis?
Yes, I totally agree. Act of service is huge, especially for me. That's actually one of my love language, and we're gonna go over that, and on another day. But it was huge for me because, he was a traditional husband before, and he doesn't do any chores, right? House chores, right? He's the man, bringing back home the cheese. And one day he just started to change. He made me, drinks in the morning, juice, celery juice, and started to cook for me. And that just made me feel so loved. And actually, at the beginning, it was unreal. I just really thought that, wow, something is up. Like he's way too nice to me. Until later on, I kind of get used to it, and I really enjoyed it because if every cup of water that he bring in, every drink that he make for me, I don't take it from granted. I just was still wowing today that, wow, he's bringing me the juice. He's really taking care of me as my as a wife. And it just kind of remind me about the Cinderella story, right? How the prince is taking care of the princess, right? So act of service is definitely very important. And for me, I always make sure that he's not really a technology whiz. So my act of service is always making sure that he's technology up. Make sure that he has the technology he needs. Like the AirPod. The correct iPad to write notes. To set up the printer as small as that. Just to make sure that he's really well, in his business. And at home, I always make sure that, if I'm watching a movie, I will massage his hands. Because in one time he told me about this where, if I massage his hands, he remind him about, how hard he works and how much he appreciate. And the truth is, I never knew until I asked him, what kind of act of love would you want me to do for you to make you feel love?
Yeah, and one of the stories I vividly remember in terms of act of service, what Phyllis has done to me, even something small like this, right? Ladies and guys tell us as well. But I was one point about 5 months ago when this whole COVID thing hit. All of a sudden, dumbbells were out of stock, and I was like, man, I really wish I had a 40-pound, 50-pound dumbbell. And I just by saying that, and a couple of days later, here we are. We're driving up to go get it because I couldn't find it for the life of me. And she took the time, right? She knew I was busy. She knew had a lot going on. So, part of her service to me in regards to that was she found them, right? And then she scheduled it to pick up, placed the order. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. So even little things like that, right? Every single day. It's not all about the big things. It's about the little things that are done daily. Services done daily, getting involved daily makes you feel loved on both sides. So by her doing that, it definitely made me feel, loved and respected. And the things that I do with her every single day as well, she makes her feel loved and respected. So.
Yes, and if you have an act of service that you are already doing it for your husband or your wife, share it with us. Share it on the chat to let us know. What are you doing for that? If not, ask them. Hey, what are the little things that you want me to do that will make you feel so much love on day-to-day basis? And then when you find out, type it down below because we'll love to learn from you. We'll love to know what really make you feel love, what really make your spouse feel love.
Yes, awesome. And then the second tip we're going to give you is give each other personal space, right? And we're so busy, right? So we we own several companies together. We're life partners. We're business partners for 15 years now. We have children. It's hard enough for a couple to transition from being a couple to having children, for example. Most families break down after that, or and it's already tough. But we have so many other things. Well, we have our children, we're life partners, we're business partners, we own several companies, we have employees, we have clients, we are the leaders of our family, for example. We're involved in a lot of our family members' lives. And then, we also are caregivers to our parents. Our parents live with us. My parents do, my mom and my dad. We're heavily involved in my wife's family as well. But, with all those things involved, sometimes you just got to give each other some space, some time, right? And how I do it is, something even as simple as grabbing the boys, throwing them in the car, literally throwing them in the car, driving into a lake and spending a couple hours with them, swimming at the lake. And even though my wife wants to go with us, I say, nope, you stay home, you do whatever you want to do, lay there, take a shower, take a bath, watch a movie. I don't know, go, when her cousin lived with us, they would go grab a little bite to eat, or go get a boba tea, something like that. But I notice that when I do things like that, or I say, hey, tonight, leave mommy alone for an hour or two. I'm going to play with you, or I'll take him outside and work out with me. Or I'll take him to the park for 45 minutes, 30 minutes. It doesn't matter. The fact that you do those things, you do them for you as well. But ultimately, you're doing it for your partner. You want to give your partner that space so that they can have their time, right? Whatever it is, whether they want to watch, Criminal Minds on TV, or go get a boba, it just doesn't matter. The fact that you do that, and we do this, really throughout the week, and we do this 2 or 3 times as well. I make a conscious effort to make sure that my wife has plenty of time, plenty of space for her to, be her, to rest, to think, whatever it is that, motivates her to do every single day. So those are some of the things that I do.
Yes, give personal space. I believe that that's very important, especially the busier you are, the more personal time you do have and need for yourself. Sometimes because, especially for women, we love to serve, and we just, keep giving and giving and giving. And at the end, we just forget to receive, and we forget to give ourselves some space. And then we become off balance. Sometimes people say, oh, you're hormone imbalance. But I really think that just because we're giving all the time and we don't have enough time to take a breather and rest a little bit. And this has been doing really good for me, especially when I need to work out, because every time I'm going on the treadmill, every 2 minutes maximum, my kids will be like, mommy, what are you doing? Mommy, I need this. Mommy, I need that. So I can never really have a really good workout. And then ever since, C's get involved and, bring the kids to the park and stuff like that, I really feel like, oh man, I can personally, also I need to allow myself to do that too. Allow myself to relax, for that 1 hour or 30 minutes, whatever I can get, right? And that has been just, a game changer. And same thing with C's, he has a morning routine that he does, and he will share with you guys, in another episode. But, I know that, okay, that is his time. I'm going to get away from him. And I'm not going to talk to him. There's a couple times that I kind of didn't realize it, and I did it. And I realized that the conversation wasn't, wasn't effective. And also, it was his space. So I should just, give him the space so that he can do what he needs to do. And then after he get that done, come back. Then, we'll be gelling like crazy, right? Because he got his thing done, I got my things done. And then when we're together, we are us and being ourselves. And I just think that that's just so incredibly important. Instead of keep focusing on him, we get to give each other more, need to give each other more. We do need to give ourselves a little bit more too.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, when you give so much, you get into this part where you're just responsible. You're responsible all the time for other people. And we are, and my wife definitely is, because she has such a big heart. She's always thinking about other people, how to love on people, how to give, how to connect. And when you do that, you become this responsible person, and you tend to, you lose your own identity. You're like, oh, I just want time for myself. I just want to be myself in more. And you don't realize it, but you start, going down that path. So so just to kind of summarize again, all those things really end up with, showing love, right? Acts of love. And that's really the secret today is, acts of love. And there's so many things we could share with you, but we just wanted to share at least these 2 tips. But, again, first tip is, acts of service, get involved, right? Do more around the house, do little chores, even, little things like throwing the kids in the bathtub, turning the water on in the bathtub. It just doesn't matter. Anything small like that. And then second tip is give each other space, for sure. Just like she discussed there in the morning, I have my morning routine, right? And that's my kind of my peaceful time, couple hours in the morning. And she does, she leaves me alone and takes the kids away from me. And I do my thing. I exercise, I meditate, things like that. It's been amazing. And when I'm done, I come back and I open up, right? And there's just more of me to give to her. And that when she does that, it shows me love. And when I do those things, I give her space, shows her love. So acts of love is so very important. So we will be sharing with you more tips every single day. So this is, again, today was, secret number 1. So we're going to be sharing more secrets with you. today was secret number 1 with acts of love. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you guys on the next secret that we'll share tomorrow.
Yes, so stay tuned. Don't forget, we're actually going to be on live every day, around 9:30, in case if there's any technical difficulties. If not, we'll be on 9:30, sharp, Monday to Friday. And we're going to be sharing with you, secrets, tips, things that we have learned, how to run our business really well. And last but not least, I just want you to remember, when is the last time you give yourself some space and some time? Again, comment on the chat box. Let us know, what have you done to give yourself some breather? What have you done to receive some love? What did you do to give love to your spouse? But most importantly, I really wanted to focus on, when's the last time you give yourself some space and feel good about it? And I really would love to know from you, what have you do?
Yeah, and then one last thing I'll add to that is, it's good to give. So, but if your partner isn't doing it, we just want to make sure it's also good to request it. Okay, so if you want your partner to do more around the house, do more duties, it's okay to request it. That's one of the talks that you should have. And same thing with time. If you need it, it's okay to request it. That's really how to flow your marriage much more better. How to really make love last is not only just do it, but just please request it from each other.
I think, babe, we just found out secret number 2. So let's go over that tomorrow. Let's go over how to communicate with your spouse effectively tomorrow as secret number 2.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
9:30.
Yes. Have a blessed day.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.